Hello everybody, how you doing today? This is Chris Super John Bombo and we're gonna play a new map. So what is this? Why? New maps? I haven't seen any new maps, right? Yeah, that is correct because these are Bloons Tower Defense Deluxe maps that they have just come out with. It's pretty darn awesome if you ask me. There's actually, I think, 4 new maps. I think there's 3 new maps and plus a bunch of extra new special ones that are really only on mobile and a couple other random things. So another quick little update of how this is going to work. This is on 2x speed. I'm going to make all 3 of those new maps into videos pretty much exactly like this. I want to know what you guys think about them, how we're doing with this stuff. I hopefully fixed them up to make them so they're full HD widescreen thing. I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue doing that 100% because it is a little bit harder for me to do that, but it's totally reasonable for me to do it. Just a little bit different way that I normally do things. Also, the music. I was wondering how you guys like the background music. Again, because I have a lot of background music that I get from people on newgrounds.com, and they're really, really helpful and nice to me because you cannot just go around and just say, I'm going to use whatever the heck music I want on YouTube and still do videos kind of like me where I put ads and stuff on them. So I just wanted to say, hopefully you guys can help the other people out as well by going and checking out their newgrounds.com channel or their YouTube channel or whatnot, because I think they do a very, very fantastic job with the music, and it's actually very, very hard to make music. I tried it one time, and it just did not work out. It was just plain terrible. So this one is called 3 Times Around. It's going to be a nice little quick hardcore, I suppose, hard run through. It's not really that bad overall. This is a very easy map, to be honest, because it's not just go around the circle once. It's called 3 times around, so they go around 3 times, wouldn't you know it? And that means we can get a lot of extra popping power out of those things, and we can spam the farms. My one little boat, which I don't even really understand this update, by the way. It's like boats really didn't get changed, but ninjas haven't been updated to being $650. And it seems like a couple other random changes have been instated, and I'm not really sure I understand how they're like mixing up this whole process of having some games be different than other ones and things like that. I really can't tell you all the exactness of this update. I really can't, because it's just so all over the place this time. It's not consistent with the other games or even BTD5 online. Like I said, the boat is not more expensive, and there's a couple other random things which I just cannot think of off the top of my head at the moment, but very weird, to be honest. Also, it seems like the boats aren't as good as they normally are, so which is kind of sad. I'd much rather have a really solid boat. A really, really, really solid boat. Of course, I love my little boats. I love my little boats now. They're very, very nice. As you can tell, I'm doing a nice little square of farms in the bottom there. Now, this is not really as much of a walkthrough as much as a talk through. I'm just going to talk throughout the entire game, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it along the way. I think it's going to be pretty darn fun. At least I hope so. I got a monkey village down there in between my farms. Again, the reason why I do that is because it's 10% cheaper for all your farms. Oh yeah, instead of $1,510 for an upgrade to the 2nd tier, it's only $13, I think $30. So that's a pretty darn nice thing. You save your monkey village monkey on those 9 farms, but just by upgrading them up to 2-0. Oh, 1360, excuse me. 1360, so you save about $150 on every single one of those. Which, of course, is right around 10%. I should have been able to do the math, but I didn't. Now, here's something that I did kind of weird. I didn't really think I was going to do this until all of a sudden I was like, I really don't know what the heck I'm going to get for all my popping power. I can go with engineers or boomerangs, or, I mean, I guess I can go with a cannon, but why not try out a mortar? And it looks like his explosion is actually the perfect size to affect every single balloon inside that little radius right there, which just played amazing. I like it a lot. You could also get him up to camo detection as well, and he's going to do a fantastic job. So, next on the agenda, what the heck else are we going to do? How about get some more farms up and get a little bit of extra pop power in here? So I got a 2-3 boomerang. This is mainly for those ceramics right there, the ceramic popping power. But we didn't even really 100% need it because we popped them before they even got around the 2nd time. We had a whole nother time to go. And to be honest, my boat probably could have dealt with them, but I'd rather not take the chance. Of course. Don't take chances. I want to make sure we do this one quick run through, do it good. Of course, I played this one first try, and bam, Shazam, figured it out and knew exactly what was going on. And I don't know, I had a couple people get kind of angry at me lately. For example, the tournament video. People got really angry at me because they weren't allowed to play in the tournament. And as stated in the video, we're probably going to have another tournament in a couple weeks that is going to include pretty much everybody instead of just people with over 3,000 battle score and stuff like that. So please don't get too mad at me. I'm doing my best here, but of course we can't have 50,000 people playing the tournaments. It's just not reasonable for us to arrange that to happen. And that's why I have to stick with about 100 people, and that means we do have to exclude some people now. If you guys are going to get angry at me every single time I host a tournament or every single time I try and do a giveaway, I'm going to stop doing them. It's just plain and simple. I mean, most people, they're really cool about it. They're nice, and they're like, oh, Chris, thanks so much. You're a cool guy for helping out with these tournaments and giving away these Ninja Kiwi coins on every single one of these community challenges and stuff like that. But some people, they just don't understand what the process that I have to go through and all that nonsense. So what I did was I actually went with a balloon chipper for the Moab popping power. What the heck is a balloon chipper? Yeah, this is a deluxe tower and now a mobile tower. Originally when Deluxe came out, they actually told us that it was going to have 2 exclusive towers, which were the Engineer and the balloon chipper, and now we know they're not exclusive, so they kind of lied to us. They won on the mobile version, and as well, they might go to Bloons Monkey City. I'm not really sure on the mobile version. Probably, I can only assume, but I'm not for sure about that. Another quick little thing of news that you guys might be interested in, I'm not sure. Bloons Monkey City is going to be coming for mobile. Now, I can't tell you, like, oh yeah, it's going to come out in a week, going to come out for 2 weeks. No, I don't even know if it's going to come out in 6 months. I could not tell you the date that it's going to come out, but it is going to be for the mobile, so I think that's going to be extremely nice. Now, normally what they do is they make the Flash version to kind of get the community going and understanding all the game and making sure there's not a lot of problems with the game. And then they usually go to mobile because more people play mobile. It's true. A lot of people have phones, and you know, they go out and they're not always inside, and they have to do things when they're not at home. And that's why they do that. That's why they have mobile. And mobile's pretty darn sweet. I'm not gonna lie. It's usually pretty fun. I'm more of a Flash player myself, but I'm going to make some mobile videos as well for you guys when it eventually comes out, which, again, I don't have no idea when it's going to come out. So as far as my setup goes, round 63, got a couple mortars, got a couple balloon chippers, got a cannon, but I think the Spectre and the balloon chippers are pretty much my main rockage-style everything. Like, oh my goodness, balloon chippers are just the most epic Moab popping power ever. Not only do they pop Moabs, but as soon as a Moab gets close to them, they suck it up and shoot it back to the original location. So if, like, balloon chippers were sucking them up and, like, Moabs would still move forward or something if they didn't pop, like, that would make it kind of fair. But because they just and then shoot them back out like a BFB, and then the Moabs just come right back to the very, very beginning, you pretty much have no issues whatsoever in destroying any sort of BFBs, oh my god, Moab, everything, even oh my gods and stuff. Not a problem for balloon chippers. These are 4-2 balloon chippers, by the way, and they're not expensive at all, which I thought was probably the most impressive thing about the balloon chipper, is the lack of money necessary to get those awesome upgrades. To be honest, I think it's too overpowered. I would nerf it if I was the runner of Ninja Kiwi, personally. Of course, I think I would make a lot of nerfs or changes to the game, but can't fix everything, can't make everything perfect, and every time we nerf something, all of a sudden people are like, oh crap, now what the heck are we going to use against these Moabs and stuff? And I understand that too. It is difficult to arrange everything to be perfect. So here we go, we got some aircraft carriers as well, and they're not really to help out with the balloon popping power too much, they're kind of just for show. They look kind of cool, right? And then you probably clicked on the thumbnail because of this awesomeness right here. As you can tell, I have bank. What the heck is all that money up there in that top right corner? $330,000 plus all of the money that I could possibly get for selling all those farms. That's over 100K right there. So we got bank. Got so much freaking money. It's just plain amazing. And honestly, because of the balloon chippers, you're not going to lose versus the Oh My Gods. And because of the Spectre, he's got infinite balloon popping power. So that's just an honestly perfect combination right there. Spectre balloon chipper. Honestly, if I was having some troubles beating some of these maps and I needed to go late game, and there was a place where I could put the Spectre where he's closest to the end of the map, which sometimes is really not the perfect spot, like on the castle and stuff, I would definitely just go with those 2 towers alone, and they could rock a lot of stuff. For sure. But of course, it's more fun to go with a mixture of towers, and that's what I did today. I built a bunch of mortars, not because they are good popping power, but because I needed more experience to get the 4th tier mortars up. I wanted to get a big one, but I couldn't afford it, or I couldn't get the experience for it. And also wanted a 4th tier mortar for the right side as well, but I just not enough experience yet. So that's what all those mortars are for. The way experience works, as far as I've seen, is the more mortars you have, or the more whatever tower you have, you just spam them, even if they're 0-0 towers. Does not matter how many pops they have, does not matter how upgraded they are or how much money you spent on them. The more you have, and the more rounds that you play, boom, you get more stuff. So bam, we got the big one right there. So we can upgrade this guy to the big one. I felt like that was probably the best tower to freaking get. Look at that. You got a big one exploding. That middle circle there. No balloons are going to get through now. And again, because of those balloon chippers, what the heck's going to get through us? So we're getting here to the end of the video, as always. Much appreciated if you guys want to like the video for me. I really appreciate when you guys do that. If you want to share it, go ahead as well. Look forward to a couple more videos up pretty darn soon. I think we're going to play I think it's intermediate map, and then an expert map, a new expert map, and they are reasonably tough, but we can take care of them. That's all I'm going to have you guys say. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.